Hey, it's Kendall, and this is 90 Church. We are in a series called Re-Engage, and it's all about stepping out of the COVID fog and toward Jesus and his kingdom. This week, it's Re-Engage in generosity. We're going to use 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 17 to 19 as our guide. Today, we'll start in verse 17. This is what the Apostle Paul writes. Teach those who are rich in this world not to be proud and not to trust in their money, which is so unreliable. Their trust should be in God, who richly gives us all we need for our enjoyment. Two truths I want to highlight from this verse. First of all, this verse applies to you. This verse applies to you. If your annual income is $30,000 or more, guess what? You are in the top 5% of the richest people in the world. If your income is $50,000 or more, you're in the top 1.5%. Yeah, but things are way cheaper in those other countries. Actually, no, they're not. That figure is already adjusted for cost differences. So here's the truth about you and me. We are rich. So what does this verse have to say to us? Teach those who are rich in this world not to trust in their money, which is so unreliable. Their trust should be in God, which leads us to the second truth. We tend to place our trust in how much we have instead of in the one who gave it to us in the first place. And this is where generosity begins. When I realize that God is my source, and that everything I have comes from him. And until I lay hold of that truth, I will not be generous because it's my stuff. But when I begin to realize that God is my source and that he has given me what I have so I can turn around and be generous with others, well then watch out, because that's how I'm free to become generous. So, rich people, what do you need to do with this truth? What would it look like for you to step into generosity in a new way this week? We'll talk to you soon.